Hey guys, it's July 1st and I wanted to share with you my Christmas planner. I have been using a Christmas planner of some kind for about 8 years now, and about 5 years ago I actually went into an A5. When I say over the 8 years it's been a Christmas planner, it maybe have been a folder, a notebook, or whatnot, but I actually went into a planner about 5 years ago. I kept my binder throughout the years, regardless if I was in a planner or not, but I really tried to get into the inserts and all that during the holiday season. Now, I tried out a madori about 2 years ago and loved the size, but because I didn't buy specialized books for the season, I just used plain notebooks. It kind of got a little bit messy, and so I went back to my A5, knowing that I really loved the on-the-go accessibility of the madori. I wanted a personal size planner. So I had bought this around maybe April of last year. I'm trying to remember, sorry. And I've had it on my shelf, and I really didn't take to it because it wasn't the color I wanted. I wanted a candy apple red, and this is more of a wine. And then my daughter had received the black one of this Filofax as a gift from Vanessa over at VB Plans. And I really liked how it worked with her setup. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to use it this year. And then about 2 weeks ago, when I knew I was pulling things together for it, because I had to transfer everything from an A5 size down to a personal size, I was like, oh, I really want that candy apple red. And I went searching, couldn't find it. So this is pretty much the planner that's for me, and I don't plan on switching it out. This is what I'm going to be in for here on out until I change sizes again. Now, everything that's in here is primarily made by me, if not purchased at a local store. I don't like interchanging my dividers inside of my holiday things, even when they were in binders. So what you see in here is pretty much what it's going to be like throughout the next 6 months. If it changes, I'm sure I'll take a picture and share it on Instagram. So this is my personal Filofax, and I have a few things in here. I don't really like the whole decoration thing on this side. I never really have like that in my A5 where my Erin Condren is. I do have some paper clips that were made specifically for me that I love to carry with me because it was so thoughtful. Other than that, I don't really do anything. This will be on one of my inserts once I start filling out my menu stuff. This is actually holding note cards onto this particular card. I'll pull that out in a second. These are notes for when I'm in stores or at someone's house and we're chatting about, wish list items and things like that, and I can jot them down with their name and they won't know or be the wiser, and I can stick them on to where their insert is in my book. Now, behind here, I have this insert where it says home for the holidays, and on here I have 3 separate sticky notes, the full-size sticky notes, I guess. Full size for the smaller size, and these are for my extended family. These are for my kids, husband, father, and then these are for other little kids that I'm shopping for. And that's to write down things that I like in the store, and then I can stick them there, and then when they finalize, I can go ahead and put them on their list. The next item says Season's Greetings. These are to write down, what was I going to use these for? These were for something specific. I want to say it was for the menu items for the different celebrations we're doing. So, for example, sometimes I go to have coffee with my sister. We're not blood related, but she is and has been a part of my family for almost a decade, and I can write down menu item ideas that we come up with. And then this one is December 25th. This is for whatever gifts that I plan on making, the things I need to get and to do to make those items. And that's all I have. So they each have an exact use. And then in here, this is where you'll see decorations, if any. And I have It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year little post-it card, and it's usually where I put a wallet-sized picture of my kids. Before, it was a different card from this set, and it ripped. So this is from a different set that I purchased, and I really like it. So I would washi a picture of them here. And it's usually the picture that I use for the current Christmas card, and then that I take in November. And then we have this. I like to have these in my planners. The last one I had ripped, and so this might stay here, or it might go into my actual personal planner, where I always change out the month and a decorative card this size just for the month, you know, to decorate it a little bit. Here's my dashboard. I haven't decided if I'm going to laminate anything, but I might. And that just says, "May your days be merry and bright." And in here is just 2 small post-it papers that I cut down to cover my snowflakes, which are my stickers for my countdown, just because they have a hard time sticking to the little piece of plastic that I have them on. So nothing pretty, but just something to keep them covered. Here's my countdown from November 25th, which is Black Friday, all the way through New Year's Day, and it says Happy 2017. I'll be placing stickers on the 25th through the 25th, not down here. On the back of my Christmas countdown, I have my 2017 goals, which is small goal, medium goal, and large goal. Right here, I have my bucket list, which, oops, I zoomed in too far, sorry. And I just have things like make gingerbread houses, Christmas movies, hot cider, homemade cocoa, read 25 Xmas books. I do wrap 25 Christmas books around Thanksgiving or Black Friday evening, and I put them in front of our tree. And the 1st of December all the way through the 25th, we read a Christmas book. And it's been a tradition for a few years now, where that's something that we unwrap every single day, because I do have our presents out and wrapped for a good few weeks, and that stops the kids from wanting to open every gift under the tree. They get to open something every night, and I do change the books out. I have about 60 books in my collection that I revolve through. So, and then on here I do have an insert for Advent. Me and my husband do exchange small, tiny little gifts, and I want to write down my ideas that I have for him. Here it says All I Want for Christmas, and this is calendar section for December. It's the file facts because I don't plan on keeping it or using thick pins, so I really don't care if it goes through or not. It's just to jot down meals and menus and things. I'm going to zoom back out for you. And it says Happy New Year right there on the bottom. I put some papers in here in case there's any note-taking needed for the month. And then I have Dashing Through the Snow, which is my card list. Now, this is new for this planner, and so I have to transfer all my contacts over, but it worked out so I didn't have to try to cover any of the information. So this is where I just write their name and address and received. This is the permanent contact area. Some years I send cards to people, some years I don't. And then behind that is my online order tracker, which is date, item, store, sent, received. It moves on to the next one, where it's my menu pages for different celebrations that we're doing, and I have a few different celebrations that we're doing, so I have a couple of sheets in there. And then I have shopping lists for all of those occasions. My dogs are messing with their bowls outside. In this one, I have our traditions. So we have our books. Like I said, we read one every day of the month, and we do continue after Christmas sometimes. And I wasn't sure if we were going to this year or not, but I put the numbers in there just in case. And then we have a list for new books that I want to buy. I do try to buy 2 to 6 books in a year, and sometimes they receive some from family members. Then we have the movies we're going to watch. I have a December daily. I usually make a mini album, but this year I thought I would just write one memory per each day in here, and I have that numbered only to 25. Then it says, do not open until December 25th. These are my Christmas lists, but don't worry, I have things covered, because I know my oldest and my husband sometimes watches my videos. And that's just on a little snap extender with Mrs. Claus and Santa. So I have my divider, so I can just go here quickly, and I have, let me do that. and I'll show you a blank one in there. Sorry, I should have put the bookmark where I had the blank one prepared for you. Okay, so I have this list where I have the gift idea in the front and then the stockings in the back. And so I have one for each person of my family. And then so I haven't written down anything down on my pops yet, even though I do have a few things for him, but I didn't transfer anything over on this one. And so on here, it's his name, so where I would put things. And then here's where I would put their stocking stuffers. So let me just switch over. Okay, I did cover that. And then this one was my son, so it's in order of age. And then here I have where I'm going to put down the gift for my mailman, for my garbage men, for my pest control man, for my eyebrow lady, and Eric's boss. And then on here I can write down any ideas I might come up for them. And then on this divider I have note pages and graph paper. So graph paper is for if I have to sketch a gift, and the note line paper is if I have something to write. This right here is where I put all my receipts. I have this paper in front in case somebody pops in here for whatever reason, even though no one touches this. And they're covered from the front, but I'll give you a small peek. It's just receipts in the back. And then I have, I'm going to laminate this. This is my back leaf. And I'm not going to put anything in this pocket. The 2 pins that I will be using in my planner, this red pin is always in my Christmas planner. It's a friction red pin, and then the black ink joy. So that's it, guys. That is my Christmas planner for this year. So look for updates if there is any on my Instagram, and I'll put that link down below. All right, you guys take care, and happy beginning of all holiday seasons, and I hope you guys have a good 4th of July.